Tiana Marie St. Patrick, if you don't get your behind out of this bed, I'm gonna drag your ass out of it. I groaned, peeking over the edge of the comfort at my sister, Kyra, who had her hand propped on a hip, totally ready to make good on her threat. I wasn't even sure what time it was, nor what day. I just knew my eyes were damn near swollen shut, my mouth was dry, my stomach was empty, and oh my God, where's Eliana? I was already imagining Child Protective Services hauling her off by her two ponytails without me even getting the chance to put up a fight about it or fix her crooked part, when my sister assured, don't worry, my niece is fine, as she had been for the last 3 days, while her raggedy-ass mama had been holed up in this bedroom boo-hooing over some nigga who was never worth the shit under her shoes to begin with. I released a heavy sigh, slipping deeper into the covers I had apparently called home for the past 3 days. It seemed like the only safe place as far as my heart was concerned, now that it was under repair for what felt like the 100th time. Kyra, you say that like Noah and I weren't together for almost 2 years. Sure, things were never perfect, but he was my everything. And he's the only father figure Eliana ever knew. What am I supposed to tell her now that he's gone? I knew part of the reason I was taking the breakup so hard was because of her. The fact that I had introduced her to him so early on that she called him Dada before she called me Mama, even though he wasn't her father. But he had been so good with her, to the point that even I started to believe he'd be her Dada long term, regardless of how he treated me along the way. She's a kid, Tiana, a toddler. Just take her out for some ice cream, add some sprinkles for a little decoration, and tell her, baby girl, niggas ain't shit. Kyra, I screeched, my throat aching immediately from the extra stress. And my sister only shrugged, making herself comfortable at the bottom of my bed. What? It's the truth. I mean, unless you think getting someone else pregnant while he's in a very serious relationship with you is normal behavior, then that makes things a little more complicated. Mainly for you. I gruffed, attempting to readjust my comforter, though it didn't really budge, thanks to Kyra's weight holding it down from below. Of course, I don't think that's normal, Kai. That's why I'm a mess now. For the first time, Kyra's expression actually looked a little sympathetic, though her words didn't exactly match what she said. Well, are you gonna sit in here and cry over yet another fuckboy who I identified as such long before you even hooked up with him? Or are you gonna build a bridge and get over it, like your big sister taught you to? I desperately wanted to deny her claims of who Noah proved himself to be, but I couldn't do it with a clear conscience. I knew my type. Charming, cocky, and fine as hell. I knew what I was getting myself into. Slick one-liners, fighting off other women throwing themselves at my man, and the possibility of infidelity, whether he considered it to be such or not. And I knew how these stories often ended in heartbreak. This was nothing new. You have a real knack for tough love, I told her sarcastically, with a struggle roll of my eyes as I tossed the cover off of my ashy body and climbed out of the bed, heading straight to the bathroom. My sister was right on my heels, stopping to lean against the doorframe as she teased, "And you apparently have a real knack for avoiding soap and water. Jesus Christ, Deanna. You smell like who did it and why?" Instead of entertaining her insults, I asked her, "Where's my daughter?" attempting to pull my dry, matted mane into a ponytail, and already preparing myself for the hairball I'd be combing out later because of it. "I dropped her off at Mom's, since I knew you were still in recovery mode. She's been asking about you, though, wondering why she can't be at home with you, and her toys, and her new big girl bed. She even asked about he who shall not be named out of my pure mouth,